My name is Ali Hosseini. I'm the CEO and founder of Touio, an IoT SaaS company based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We simplify the use of the Internet of Things by reducing the complexities of developing, deploying, and managing IoT solutions. How we do that is by giving our leveraged SaaS platform products to companies that then are able to reduce their time to market with deploying their solutions, all while generating revenue and extreme amounts of savings by doing so. So before I really jump into the slides, it's kind of full circle. I started 2021 Touio right here outside of this very own building. If you go to the community garden right outside, I was volunteering my time during the pandemic, and I was standing there with a garden hose in my hand, watering the garden in the middle of the heat. I was sweating, I was miserable, and I was like, I gotta find a better way to do this. So what I did, it was yet leveraging my background in Internet of Things and wireless communications. I developed a pretty simple system that would automate the watering solution at the gardens. We use sensors to detect the soil moistures of the garden beds, and then we actually use the cloud to then command a message down to a device that would turn on and off the water. It's a pretty simple, straightforward solution, but it was really complex if you're not a techie. So the problem here, before I get into the problem, this is our traction right now. We've got 1.2 thousand devices already connected to our technology platforms. We've generated $15,000 in annual recurring revenue since the launch of the products this year, and we've already got 25 clients globally, 4 locations around the world, including Germany, India, Mauritius, and the United States. So the problem, as I mentioned to you, it's simple, right? No, it's actually not. An estimated 80% of IoT projects fail, and it's getting worse every year. And 60% of that actually fail before it even gets past the pilot phase. Why? You might ask why it's so complex. Well, it requires someone that has extreme expertise and deep understanding into the IoT space. How do you take a sensor and how do you send that data? How do you send it? Where does it transmit through? What are these ones and zeros that are coming through, and how do you make sense of it so that you can have meaningful insights and be able to generate return on your investment? Well, I solved that problem with 2 softwares that are located in the SaaS that deals with data processing and data analytics. Netzy is our IoT network management software, and Ginger, our IoT analytics platform. Ginger itself comes with ready-to-go features for analytics, real-time metrics that you can get immediately from sensors. We've got over 150 sensors already pre-integrated, so it takes away the coding need for someone that needs to use the system that may not be a technical expert. And we can generate management interfaces, visualization layers on maps so that you can track your assets potentially if you're into the logistics space, and then set up all kinds of alerts, notifications, and predictive maintenance while doing it all from your phone. The network management software has intellectual patented technology that allows you to simulate your RF modeling, so you need to understand how that network propagation will be outside in the environment before you can even connect a sensor. And then when you do deploy your infrastructure, how do you monitor and manage that? And that's with Netzy. So our pretty simple 2 revenue stream models is flexible and scalable. We've got monthly plans ranging from $150 a month to $800 or more, depending on the size of the project, how many devices you actually need to connect to our platforms, and that's all stored in our cloud SaaS offering. If someone needs a private installation or on-premise, we offer perpetual licenses for a one-time $20,000 charge with an annual renewal fee of keeping the software updated and bug-free for $3,000. We do offer a variety of add-on services for technical support, and one of our most popular ones is our system integrator clients like to use the white labeling feature where they can go to their customers and act like it's their product, and we just sit from the background and enable their successes. Our traction again is 15,000 ARR. We are currently in discussion with a smart city project system integrator based out of Bangalore. They're about to sign a deal with us that's going to put 16,000 more devices onto our network and boost our revenue by 2-fold and generate more ARR up into $25,000 a month. This is the total addressable market if you're just looking at solution providers and system integrators. IoT is everything. You can really deploy this product anywhere in any segment. It's a horizontal product, but that's where our current traction is from system integrators that are coming to us that want to take our products and enable their sales with their customers. And if you just look at that total addressable market, at our standard pricing, with just simple 208 clients, we can cross over $1 million of revenue a year just on the reoccurring side. I myself have 2 decades of experience in software development, SaaS sales, the Internet of Things and wireless communications. My first part of my career, in the first 10 years, I was working in the corporate world with Inc. 500 and Fortune 500 companies, to name Avnet as one of them. And then I became an entrepreneur in the second part of my journey, where I launched multiple IoT startup companies, the first one being in India on the IoT network side of the business, where I actually got to learn the pains of an operator. And then I pulled on a CTO called Manvinder Singh. He lives in India right now. He went to the L&M Institute of Information Technology, and he's an expert and guru in radio waves. So combined with us, we're able to really solve these problems innovatively, quickly, and I think we're kind of the pioneer when it comes to RF technology. We have milestones that we've been bootstrapping since the start of this business, but we are opening for a pre-seed round for $300,000, hoping to close by Q2 of 2026, and a 2028 future round. I'm asking you guys to just put me in touch with people in the ecosystem that are looking for solutions or services that could benefit from our offerings. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thanks. Great pitch. I have a little bit coming from the agriculture space and ag tech space. Have some industrial IoT experience, mostly on farm and farm tech. But there's 2 relatively simple things about the pitches that I want to point out. This is a pretty complicated topic, a sophisticated subject. So it's hard to get into a lot of the details. I mean, there's going to be a general assumption, I think, technically, that things can work. I mean, there's lots of software out there that makes things like this work. And I'm sure yours is fantastic. And so I'm going to generally be more interested in kind of, the specific application of the technology with some examples in the pitch, so I can understand how value is created at the customer level. And specifically for businesses that go to market through implementation partners, I want to hear about the implementation partner business landscape. How many implementers are out there? What kind of business do they do? Who are you targeting and how? How are they going to get it into the hands of customers? And in particular, there's a thing in this space that I'm sure you're well aware of, that a lot of the implementation marketplace is captured by the hardware providers because they incentivize the resale of the hardware and then apply the software layer on top, which is a difficult thing to kind of navigate around from a sales and marketing standpoint and a partner standpoint. So if you're kind of agnostic to the device and you're just providing a software layer, then I think it's important to kind of step the potential investor through, this is what the implementation landscape looks like. This is why I'm attractive to these implementers. These are the economics that they get on implementing our software, so that it's clear to me how the business model comes to life and where the revenue comes from. I know that was a little nerdy, sorry. But.
Do you want to respond? Yeah, I think my biggest piece of feedback here is just around really nailing the use cases and really what is the value to the end customer. I think you got like 75% of the way there showing the data and all the charts and the dashboards. My biggest thing looking at those 2 charts is like, this is a lot of data. Now, what does the end customer go do with it, right? Like, what is the insight that they get from all this data? And then how do they actually apply that to their business? So I think that would be the biggest sort of piece of critical feedback here. And then I think you actually went into a little bit too much detail on the capital strategy at the very end. I think just a slide with the ask and kind of what milestone you want to hit with that ask, more than enough. You don't need to outline every future round that you'll lead. I think one of the biggest things founders do is they try to explain every little detail in slides, but I think you got to be okay and comfortable with leaving a little bit of ambiguity for people then to ask you the follow-up question. And really be able to kind of just give a little bit of nugget of information, so the deck is the crutch, not the whole story.
Yeah. So I want to say 2 things. When Steve was talking about what he was talking about, right? I had the impression that Steve knew what he was talking about. Did you guys think Steve knew what he was talking
More hands than that, come on.
No, listen, that's pretty good, actually.
Shit.
But like, I also did not really understand what Steve was saying. Are you with me on that? Right, good, okay, good. So when entrepreneurs are looking for investors, I think one of the most critical things that they need to do is ensure that the investors that they're targeting are people who have the potential to actually invest in the space and the geography and the stage that they're at, okay? And I think that you seem like a charismatic individual, and my guess is you could probably get a meeting with a lot of people. I think that you should almost never pitch this to any prospective investor unless you know up front that they're interested in IoT, right? Because I think you could probably get a lot of meetings with people where they would say, smart guy, interesting idea, just not for me. Because IoT is, like to me, a little narrow.
It's pretty boutique, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty narrow, yeah? Like, do you guys do IoT deals? Yeah.
Nothing hardware.
Yeah, right, yeah. And so I think a lot of what you said was really good, and it was lost on me because I'm just not an IoT person. And I don't think I'm going to be one. The other thing I wanted to say to you was this. When you were communicating with the audience, I felt like there were two different modes that you were in. There was one when it was Ollie just talking to the people. And then there was another one where you had your script and your slides. Did y'all feel that a little bit? Yeah? And when it's just you talking to the people, way better. Yeah? You guys agree with that? Yeah. You're a great communicator, man. And you understand this, and you're interesting, and you like it, and the script and the slides. Less of that and more of you, in my opinion. Right? Because I think you've got an interesting story to tell. Yeah.
Okay, I have to make a clarifying question since Chris made fun of me.
I didn't make fun of you. The people understood you.
Only a few. We actually said the exact same thing. You just said it better than I did. I'm not sure you guys are aware of this, but we really did say the same thing. If you're going to market through the implementation providers, they're actually your customer. And so I want to hear the value that's created for your customer, who is the implementation partner. And the value that could be created for them can only be that they can run their business better, save money, and or make money by reselling your product or service, right? So that's really the thing that I was looking for. I guess I just used too many words.
We all thought you did really well.
Thank you, I appreciate that, Chris.
Can we just give Steve a quick round of applause?
Thank you.
Okay. I want to say one other thing just while we're talking about this, and this kind of goes to everybody. It goes to everybody. Increasingly in the world, your ability as a storyteller is a giant differentiator in terms of your ability to attract capital and customers, right? Okay, good. So the good thing about storytelling is you can learn it, right? No matter how good you are, you can get better, right? And there are two places that Chris Halligan thinks you can go get information about storytelling to become better at it. One is you can go find YouTube videos about how Pixar structures stories. Has anybody ever seen any of those? Yeah, they're really good. Pixar has a formula. Don't you like Pixar movies? There's a Toy Story 5 coming. Did you know this? There is. The villain is a tablet. Seriously, I'm serious. So you can learn from Pixar, right? Juan knows a lot about storytelling, right? The second is a headier person named Joseph Campbell. Has anybody read Power of Myth by Joseph Campbell? Boy, do yourself a favor and read that before you die. Because it's really smart, and it's about how stories get told. And when a founder or a salesperson have the ability to communicate their story in a way that resonates with the natural way that humans intake information through stories, their efficacy as a communicator skyrockets. They get the outcomes that they want more often. And it's only because they conform to some really time-tested formulas and techniques that enable your audience to understand what you're saying, right? That's what I think.
It's true. It's all story.
Matt's going to make fun of me now. Go ahead.
Not at all. I was going to say, I think every day we see startups from 5 million of ARR to no revenue, right? And any day of the week, like, we will lean in more and spend more energy, attention, and resources, and probably ultimately invest in the guy with no revenue, who's just a great storyteller and tells a really big vision, rather than someone who has a proven traction, but doesn't like kind of bring us along for the journey and the bigger vision. So that, I mean, storytelling is everything at early stage pitching. The traction, all that stuff is just nice data points to support the story.
Okay, so I want to do just one commercial. This building that you're in is called Do Greater Foundation. And I come here, I don't know, 40 times a year. And I want to tell you something. There are amazingly good things happening at this building, and it's for children. It's for children who are getting access to information and education and safety and goodness after school mostly. And I would encourage you to learn about this place because there's probably a way that you can help. I don't know what it is. Some of the folks who run the thing are back there. She's waving right now. So Karina and there. But like, you should learn about this place. It's a really good place. And it's a place where you can do good things too. That's my little commercial for the building. There you go. Okay, over to you, Juan. Okay.
Let's give it a round.